It's once again review time. That's always exciting. Today I'm here to review This Savage Song by Victoria Schwab. Hello everyone, it is Samantha. I hope you guys are having a great day today. I'm here with another book review because I'm trying to be better about doing reviews this year. So I'm going to be reviewing for you guys This Savage Song by Victoria Schwab. The story follows two main characters. The first one, which is Kate Harker. Kate Harker is the daughter of the man that rules the first half of Verity City, the northern half. And he basically rules it with an iron fist. He's known to be a cruel man. And Kate is trying to be like her father in order to basically win his affection as well as protect herself from harm, because this is a very violent world in which we live in. So she is kind of a typical angsty, angry type teen for very obvious reasons that you learn about later in the book. And the second character that we follow in this story is August. August is one of the three types of monsters that are found in this book. August is in fact a Sunai, which means that he has the ability to take the souls of sinners, so people who have committed violent and murderous crimes. This world is a very interesting world that basically is an alternate history to our own, in which this cataclysmic event caused basically the world as we know it, our country does, or as we know it, to be destroyed, and also gave a rise to three species of monsters. These monsters are created from humans who commit violent crimes, so they're kind of born from these crimes. The first one is Malachi, who are kind of like these vampire-like creatures who will basically, you know, kill you by essentially eating you and sucking your blood. The second kind are the Corsai, which are these shadow creatures who will basically just consume you whole. And the third kind, which is what our character of August is a Sunai, which means he has the ability to steal the souls of other people, but only the people who are sinners, people who have committed murder, and basically they're kind of like the balance between the various type of monsters and the evil of humanity. They're kind of sent out to cleanse the world, basically. And August is one of these characters, but he doesn't want to be a monster. He wants to be human. He was born from a very violent crime. It was a school shooting. He was born from this. Born basically as a young teenager, but he wants to be human. He wants to live like a human does, and he doesn't want to have to take people's souls because he feels it is wrong. So basically August is being raised by the Flynn family, who is the rulers of the opposite side of Verity City, and he wants to kind of set out to do good in the world, but his family doesn't want him to be a part of it. And then finally they agree and they send him to a school, and soon after he arrives, the same day that he arrives at the school, Kate Harker also arrives at the school, and pretty soon an unlikely friendship is formed between the two, and they kind of set out to make their own name in this world and to figure out what their place is and to try and make it a better place in their own way. So that's the basic premise of this story. I have to say I actually overall enjoyed this book a lot more than I was expecting to. I've only read one other Victoria Schwab book, which was A Darker Shade of Magic, Schwab, which is her adult fantasy series, but I really enjoyed this one. I found the story to be really engrossing. I particularly really loved the character of August. I thought he was a very sweet and gentle character, and just how he was kind of trying to fight against his nature was just kind of, I don't know, it was very heart-tugging because you felt bad for him. He's a very sympathetic character, and she drew him well enough that I definitely felt a lot of empathy for his situation. Kate Harker, the other character, wasn't my favorite character perspective. I found her to be a little bit frustrating at times just because she was so stubborn and so angry for obvious reasons because of what happened in her past that they get into in this story. But I really liked the friendship that they formed, and I liked that it wasn't romantic friendship. It's nice just to see two characters be friends without falling in love all the time. So I really enjoyed that about the story as well. I did feel like we could have had more of a detailed history of this world and how we got to this point. At one point they mentioned the Vietnam War and how whatever event happened to make this world the way it is happened after the Vietnam War, so I'm not really quite sure when this story was supposed to be taking place, but it would have been kind of nice to have a year thrown out there and to kind of have more background information on just how we got to this point. I'm hoping she'll take care of that in the second book. I guess we'll find out later this year. I also felt like this book could have been a little bit shorter. I felt like in the middle of the book there was a little bit of filler in the pages, and I felt like the end drug on a little bit longer than it needed to. But overall I still ended up really enjoying it. I really felt connected to the characters, particularly the character of August. And I thought some of the twists towards the end were pretty intriguing. I did kind of see some of them coming. There were a couple of little twists. There was probably like 2 or 3 twists at the end, and 2 of them I definitely did not see coming. So that was kind of nice when you can't quite guess what's going to happen. Another favorite element of this book was just the way that the monsters were, the difference of the monsters and how they were formed. I thought that was a pretty unique take on it, and kind of how they were born, basically. And I like that the Sunai used music in order to do what they had to do, which was stealing the souls of other people. And I thought that was an interesting concept. And how if they don't feed on the souls of sinners, that they basically go black, which means that they basically consume all of the souls of the people nearest them, and they lose a part of their own, the little humanity that they possess. I thought that was kind of an interesting twist as well. So I kind of like that she took something and made it very new. I like that this is almost like a dystopian fantasy story. It was just really interesting, and one that I found myself quite enjoying. So overall, in terms of my rating breakdown, I would have to give the plot 4 stars. I thought it was a very unique premise. The story itself was very unique, and it's something I look forward to continuing on. I would give the writing 3 stars. I like Victoria Schwab's writing, but I feel like she isn't always consistent. Sometimes it feels very lyrical, and then at other times it feels very dry almost, and just the disparity between the two could be a little bit jarring at times. But she's not the worst author. It was just this book, for some reason, just I feel like it could have been more refined, I suppose is what I'm trying to say. So I gave the writing 3.5 out of 5 stars. The characters, I gave 3.5 out of 5 stars. I really, really liked August's character. Kate, like I said before, could annoy me at times, but I really ended up enjoying her character towards the end. But I feel like some of her side characters could have been more well developed, such as the Flynn family and even the Harker family. And even some of the monsters. I just felt like some of their personalities, especially with the monsters, felt all the same, even though they were different characters. So it would have been nice to have a little bit more character development with the side characters. The world in which this takes place in, I would give 3 stars, because I really would have liked to have more of a history on how we got to this point and what this world kind of looks like than we did get in this book. Again, I'm hoping that's something that she will kind of expand upon in the next books in this series. I guess we will find out soon. In terms of my overall enjoyment, I would give it 4 stars. I really ended up enjoying this book. I liked it a lot more than I thought I would. I found myself having a lot of fun while reading it and engrossed in the story. A lot of the action sequences were pretty fun and kept me wanting to read more. So overall, I really enjoyed this book, and I would have to give my final rating for this book a 3.5 out of 5 stars. It's definitely one that I could see getting better as each subsequent book in this series comes out, and it's something I definitely look forward on following up with and seeing what I think of the next ones. Alright guys, that is it for my review of The Savage Song by Victoria Schwab. I hope it gave you a better idea of what I think of it. You'll have to let me know down in the comments what you thought of it, because I would love to know. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you all have a wonderful day. Until next time, happy reading. Bye!